Hello YouTube, hello Gino, how you doing? Quick video today. It's a Monday, so we're gonna make us a nice little video. As you can see, I have my guitar in my hand, and I hope I have my camera angles just right, because today we want to talk about octaves, octaves on the guitar, this kind of thing. They're not really that hard to understand, and those of you who have listened to pretty much any modern or even old school jazz guitars, they wear these octaves out. I mean, they wear them out. So let's go over it real quick. If just to get you oriented on my overhead cam, this here, this way up here, this side up here, this side up here, that's the low E string. Down here, that's the high side, just to get you oriented, because a little confusing when you're looking at it from this angle. But I think this is the way our eye sees it when we're playing anyway. So we're gonna go to say A, and we're gonna find the octave. So we're gonna go over two strings to the D string, two strings over, two frets up, we're going to find another A, right? And your ear can hear that's the same pitch, only a different octave, right? So when you play them together, it gives you that nice jazzy sound. Now, when you go, so that's true in any. So, but that's step one. Just get it on the low E string. Now you say that sounds too low. I'll never play that. Oh, yes, you will. Yeah, you will. Don't just learn it right now. We'll get the application in just a second. Now you want to have your focus somewhere. I don't know how. Again, this whole channel, whether it's piano, guitar, whatever it is, this is for us beginners to intermediate. If you're a pro, only reason you're on this channel is you're trying to clean up some skills you didn't do 2 years ago or something. But this is a happy place for us intermediates. So I just want to put that out there. I usually put that out there in most of my videos, because I really do believe that there's a space for this. Everybody's jumping to try to get the latest this and clean up and this and that and the be the next greatest. But there's a happy space for being just pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. So I digress. Back to octaves. So my focus, and it's my suggestion that you put your focus on your first finger. You notice I'm playing these octaves with fingers number 1 and 3, right? But I'm not thinking about number 3. It's just trailing along. It's Now, what's my right hand doing? Let me scooch over so you can see my right hand. Now, I'm not doing that. I don't have a pick in my hand. It's more of a finger, that kind of style. So that means I'm going to get a different number. There's 2 advantages of this. So I'm going to find the E string and the D string, and I'm going to do a little pinch like that. Your left hand should be muting the A string, but even if it doesn't, see how when you're pinching. Now, if I did this, there's a lot of people do that. A lot of people get their pick out and they go. You're gonna get a different kind of sound. But you got more to deal with. And remember, us beginners or intermediates, we want less to deal with, not more to deal with. And when I say you got more to deal with, if you go this way, then you got to mute strings, and you got to make sure your pick is in the right, or you're going to get some strange sounds. If you finger pick, you got less to deal with, in my opinion. I don't have to worry about muting that A string here because I'm not touching it. You get the idea. And to me, I get a softer, mellower sound, which I happen to like. So your first task is to go up and down the low E string, play octaves. Now, when you want to play octaves from the A string, it's the same shape. It's only when you get to the D string, now you have to move to finger one and finger four here, like like so. So let me make sure everybody can see that. There's a shift that's going on over here. This time there are now two frets between because we don't have a B flat string. We got a B string. It's the nature of how they tune the guitar. So as long as I'm on the E string, low E string, or low A string, I got one fret in between. The minute I get here to the D string, I got two frets in between to give me the octave. And it's the same when you get to the G string. Now you got two frets. Two frets in between, that'll give you the octave. So let's go across the neck this way and play some octaves. So we got it here. There's an A octave. Let's play D right there. Now we got to shift to that G. And when we get to the C, we still same. The upper two is the 1/4 shape. That's exercise. Let's call that exercise number 2. Let's go across. And then you don't have to go straight across. You can go across for a while, come back. Now, I watch these pros do this. They're not even looking, but trust me, I'm not that good. I have to look. I have to look. Your job is to get better than me. Get a lot better than. So now, let's put on some background music, and let's see what we come up with. And it could be anything. Get a YouTube backing track. I happen to have a Band in the Box here. So let's see. And we want to be in A minor. So let's make sure that we're in the right key. And off we go. So always when we're improvising or coming up with a melody, we just want to hear the beat, get the vibe, get the and let's see, nice little mellow vibe, 3 o'clock in the morning vibe. So let's play some octaves. the idea? You get the idea, so let's turn off that. Da, 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 da. And it could be anything that you like enough. It could be a drone. It could just be a one chord. And so what you're doing is you're nailing that. Now, what are you looking for? I didn't play that perfectly, so let's evaluate. In the woodshed, we want to be as honest as possible. Do you like that sound? Do you like that? Is the volume right? Sometimes you punch it. Sometimes it's sustained. Sometimes it's a matter of, do you have fresh strings? Do you have the right amplifier? I like flat wound strings. Some people like round wound strings. That's a tongue twister. And whatever the sound is important. Now, the last thing I'll say, this is going to be a very short video because this is a matter of practice, not so much understanding. So the last thing you want to do with these octaves is once you get this down, now you want to start sliding. Now you're going to start, now I hear some Norman Brown going on here. You want to slide. That was a whole step slide. I call it a slide from a good note to a good note. A good note, good to good slide. That's a good note. Good note means it's consonant with the harmony. So we're in the key of C or A minor. That note is good. Oops, sorry. That note is good. So I can slide from a good note to a good note. So if I'm playing the C scale or the A minor pentatonic scale, whatever I'm playing. Now let's do a bad note to a good note slide. They work too. Here's a bad note. But we can make it good by sliding from a bad, there's no such thing as a bad note. Out of the scale note to in the scale note. You hear that all the time. That wasn't good. There's better. So this takes a little bit of practice. So the understanding of it is pretty simple, but then go to work. Let's practice it. Let's say we're playing the E flat scale, right? Now, let's see if we could play that with some octaves. So since we're on the A string, we're going to go one between, right? Now we get to the D string. We got to shift, right? Right? I'm just following this first finger around, right? Now we got to go here. Now I'm going to switch my track to C minor because I just played the E flat scale, so I'm going to switch my track to C minor, put it back on again, and now I can work with the major scale. Let's see how that works. So I'm going to start off over here. Remember I told you that's not too low. You can make this work. Switch. Good note to good note. Both of them are in the E flat scale. Let's play a bad note to a good note. There you go. Now, I would not suggest go. There's a kind of a staple in my studio is slow is a beautiful thing. Slow speed comes by itself. So please, please don't start going like, don't do that. Go slow and let speed develop by itself. So let's go back to the E flat scale again. We're gonna go. There's one. My chord's getting in my way. There's two. Stay there for a minute. Let your fingers kind of absorb that in a slow kind of way. We can go 1, 7, 1. We can go 1, 7, 6. So your fingers are learning muscle memory wise. 1, 7, 6, 5. Oops. 5, 6, 7, 1. Here's 2. If that's 2, this must be 3. If that's 3, this must be 4. Let's go 1, 3, 4. So stay there for a minute until then now you're ready for your backing track or whatever. Now, as soon as we move to the D string, we got to shift. We got to shift to a different shape. Now, same thing. You got to get used to that shape slowly, slowly. What am I on? Okay, so this is 1, 2. I'm on a 3. I'm on 3, G minor. So if that's 3, that's got to be 2. Half a whole step down, that has to be 2. But you said this was 2. You said this was 2. Well, it is. It is. Same thing. Same. This is the symmetrical beauty of the guitar. 3, 4, 5. Here's 6, 7, 1. Here's 2. Another 2. And we just found 2, 3 2s. Now you get these punches. Now add a few slides. So remember, the only way you're going to get in trouble with these slides is if you land on a bad but if you start on a bad note, here's a bad note. Yuck, right? So don't land there. But you certainly can start there. I started bad, ended good. This is why you want to start with your consonant scale notes, whether you're playing a major scale, minor pentatonic, arpeggio, doesn't matter. Now you got their landing spots. Now you can go. Ooh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good either. That was good. Get the idea? Work with that a little bit. Let me know in the comment section below if that helped you out a little bit. And I will talk to everybody soon. Have a great week. See you. Bye-bye.